Hello friend, it's my pleasure to welcome you to my channel Resize Graphics and Multimedia, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys step by step on how you create a professional print ready business card using corelDRAW step by step tutorial. With that being said, let's get started. But before I dive into the tutorial, if you are very new to this channel, remember to hit on the subscribe and turn the notification bell so each time I post content about corelDRAW you'll be notified. So with that being said, let's begin. The first thing you need to do is to come to the home tab right here, go to file, and make sure you click on new to create a new page document. From the point here, you have to type in the name of your design. So professional business card. Okay. Next thing you need to do is to come to the color right here and make sure CMYK color is selected. You have to come right here and make sure you change this to inch. Then from the point here, you need to type in 3.75. Then right here, you need to type in 2.25. Then you have to come to the resolution right here and make sure your resolution is 300. Finally, you come here and click on OK. So you are going to have a blank page like this. Next thing you need to do is to go back to your toolbar, come to the rectangle right here, double click on the rectangle to make a page border. Next thing you can do now is to make sure you do a bleed area and safe zone. For you to do that, you just have to come to the home tab right here, come to the column right here, make sure you type in 3.5 and come to the height here, make sure you type in 2.0 and press enter key on your keyboard. You are going to have a stuff like this. Next thing you need to do is to drag your ruler, both vertical and horizontal, and make sure you snap it to the page border. Next thing you can do is to select this inner shape, which is the new rectangle. Then you have to come back to your home tab right here. This time around, you need to type in 3.25. Then you have to come to the height and type in 1.75 and press enter on your keyboard. You are going to have another shape like this. Come back to your ruler and make sure you snap from vertical and then horizontal. Make sure you snap into the shape. Next thing you can do is to select the inner rectangle and press the delete key on your keyboard. Next thing you can do is to come back to your toolbar, double click on this rectangle to make a page border. So with this, you are able to create a safe zone and bleed area for your business card. Now let's get started with our proper design. Next thing you need to do is to click and hold down from the toolbar right here and make sure you choose polygon. Having chosen your polygon, we're going to play with some shapes. Make sure your polygon is 6 angle. Then you have to press Ctrl key down to draw your perfect polygon. Next thing you can do here is to double click on your polygon. Then you have to come to the home tab right here, type in 90 and press enter. You're going to have stuff like this. Next thing you can do right here is to select the polygon and press P to centralize. Then you have to press Shift key on your keyboard and drag. This allows you to increase the size of the polygon. Then you have to press Shift key and select the page border and press letter R for a proper alignment. So you can always make sure you drag it with your ruler. For you to maintain a proper alignment, press Shift key and select the page border and press letter E on your keyboard. You're going to have a proper alignment this way. Next thing you can do is to make a duplicate of this polygon. For you to do that, just press Ctrl C on your keyboard and press Ctrl V to paste. So the duplicate one now, you can press Ctrl key down and make sure you drag it out this way. Next thing you can do is to come down right here and click and hold down and make sure you choose contort. Having chosen your contort, then from contort property, the next thing you need to do is to come to the top right here and type in 0.05 and press enter. So you are going to have a very tiny shape like this. Then you have to come to the object right here and this time around make sure you click on break contort apart. Okay, So having break contours apart, the next thing you need to do is to select this first polygon and then press Ctrl C on your keyboard to make another copy and press Ctrl V to paste. Then the duplicate one, you can just tap with your forward arrow key, just tap out this way. So you are going to have a stuff like this. Next thing you can do is to press Ctrl C to make another duplicate and Ctrl V to paste. Then with your forward arrow key also, you can just tap out a little bit this way. You are going to have a stuff like this. Alright, so next thing you need to do is to go back to your toolbar, select your 2-point line and make a stroke. Okay. Then you have to make a duplicate of this. Press Ctrl D and then press Shift key and select this bottom one and press letter C. This allows a proper alignment. Okay. Then we can easily make sure we create a little bit gap in between this particular shape. Press Shift key and select the second one. And I think we need a little bit small gap this way. Press Shift key and select the second one. Sorry. So select this particular one. Press Shift key and select this one. And press letter C, then press Ctrl J to group them and press P to centralize. So we are going to have a stuff like this. Next thing you can do is to come down below here, click and hold down and make sure you choose Smart Fill and then fill this place and this place. Okay. Next thing you can do is to select everything this way. Come down right here, make sure you right click to remove stroke. You can change the color for you to differentiate between the two shapes. Things like this. Okay. Next thing we can do is to select this particular shape. Make sure we ungroup all the objects. Then we can make sure we make a new more expand gap between the two shapes. I can just take it down a little bit and press Shift key and select the second one, letter C, and press Ctrl J to group and P to centralize. Okay. I'm satisfied with this. Next thing to do is to come down right here, click and hold down and make sure we choose our Smart Fill again. So we have to fill this point here and this point right here. So we have to press Shift key and select these two shapes and make sure we come down right here and right click to remove stroke. We can change the color also to black. Next thing we can do is to make sure that we take away these two strokes right here. Then we can fall back to our toolbar, click and hold down and choose another Smart Fill. Then we can fill this place right now. Then this time around, we can change the color to another one also. And then we'll come down right here, right click to remove stroke. This time around, we have to select this particular shape and press Ctrl C to make a copy and press Ctrl V to paste. So this time around, we have to right click to remove, to have a stroke and click on this point here to remove fill. So we can tap in with our backward arrow key. We just tap out this way. Next thing we can do is to fall back to our this shape and press letter P to centralize. Then we can press Shift key and drag. This allows us to resize the shape. Next thing we can do is to come down here, click and hold down and make sure we choose our Smart Fill. This time around, we need to fill this point. Then we have to come down right here and make sure we right click here to remove stroke. Then we can select our rectangle and make sure we drag a rectangle, we draw a rectangle and snap this way. We can press Shift key and select this new shape. And this time around, we have to come to the Home tab right here and look for trim. Then we have to do the same at the bottom. So we go back to our rectangle right here and we draw another rectangle down here and press Shift key and select this shape and make sure we come to the Home tab here and make sure we choose trim. This time around, we have to delete this. We don't need them again. So we can select this particular shape right here. So we can select this particular shape right here and press delete key on our keyboard. We don't need it again. So we can select our stroke and take it out of the workspace. Next thing we can do is to select this particular shape right here and we can easily take it out and press delete key on our keyboard. Okay, so next thing we can do right here is to select the page border. We right click on the page border and go to order. Make sure we bring it to the front of page. Okay, next thing we can do is to go back to our toolbar, click and hold down, and make sure we choose our smart fill. We can fill this point right now. Having filled this point, we can also change the color. This allows us to differentiate. We can come down right here, right click to remove. We can fall back to this particular shape and delete it. We don't need that. And select this also. We delete. Then this time around, we have to select this particular shape right here. And we can delete the page border also and select this right now and press Ctrl C to make a copy and Ctrl V to paste. Then we can come down here and make sure we remove fill and right click to add a stroke. So we can just tap out this way. The next thing we can do right here is to come back to our toolbar right here and choose our smart fill, so we can easily fill this particular point. And we have to select this and press delete. So sorry, Ctrl Z. So we have to select this particular shape right here and press delete key on our keyboard. Then we have to select this new shape and right click to remove stroke. Then we can change the color so we're able to differentiate from one another. So what we can do again is to select our rectangle right here. Click and hold down and make sure we draw a rectangle overlay. Then we have to press Shift key and select this particular shape. And then we have to come to the Home tab here and look for Intersect. Then we have to select this rectangle now and delete. So this one right here, we have to take this shape into the top. And make sure we snap it to the top this way. So we can use our arrow key to tap in a little bit. Next thing we can do is to come down here and make sure we remove stroke, or we remove fill and right click here to add stroke to the shape. Next thing we can do is to click and hold down and look for our smart fill. So we have to fill this point right here, and we come back right here and make sure we delete. So we can take it down a little bit. Then right now we have to come down below here and make sure we right click to remove stroke. Okay. Next thing we can do is to make a duplicate by press Ctrl D to make a duplicate. And this one right here, we can take it down right here. And what we can do next is to make sure we flip to mirror vertical. And then this time around, we can press Ctrl plus to zoom out. And then we snap this one also into the shape this way. And we make sure it's snapped to the shape. Control minus. And we make sure that this one also, we try to maintain the stroke this way. Okay. Next thing we can do is to delete some of unnecessary shape, like this one right here. We select that and press the delete key. This one right here, we press the delete key. This one right here, we press the delete key. Next thing we can do is to select this particular shape right here and press Ctrl D to make a duplicate. We select this one and press Ctrl D to make a duplicate. So the duplicate one here, we can take it into this side. Then this time around, we have to select this also and make sure we press the delete key because we don't need them again. Next thing we can do is to come to the Home tab right here. We click on import icon. Then after click on import icon, you have to look for where you have your image. Alright, so I'm using this image right here. I'm going to select on that and click on import. So I have to click, hold, drag down to bring in the picture into the workspace. Next thing I'm going to do is to take this picture for one side, then have to go to object from the Home tab right here and then look for power clip and make sure you select place inside frame. So I have to place the picture right here. Then I have to click on edit power clip from this point here, and we have to take the image right here. Then I have to press shift key and drag to increase the size of the image, so we can position the image in the right way. So once you're satisfied with the image section adjustment, you click on finished right here. So next thing I'm going to do is to fall back to this particular shape right here. So what I'm going to do next is to make sure I come down here on fill it and make sure I right click to apply stroke color. Next thing I'm going to do is to click and hold down right here and make sure I choose contort. Having choose contort of the shape, then I'm going to make the, I need to make it 0.08. All right. So what I'm going to do next is to go to object from the home tab right here and make sure I click on break contort apart. Next thing I'm going to do right here is to click and hold down and make sure I choose smart fill. So I'm going to fill this point right here, and I'm going to click and hold down again, smart fill. I'm going to fill this point right here. Then I'll press shift key and select the second fill, and we're going to have the two shape this way. Then I'll have to come down right here, right click to remove the stroke. Then I can change the color so to differentiate them one after the other. Then I can select everything this way and press Ctrl J to group and P to centralize. Then I can easily take this into back of the shape and snap it at the top of the image right here. So I can come back to the page border right here, double click on here to create a page border. So I can press shift key and select this particular shape and press letter E. This allows me to align properly, and press Ctrl J to group and P to centralize. Then I can come to the home tab right here and ungroup all the objects. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to select on this and press delete key on our keyboard because I don't need them again. So next thing we're going to do is to apply appropriate color into this particular business card right here. So for you to do that, you just have to select the shape, and then this time around I'm going to make use of orange. So I'm putting it with this inner orange. I will select the second shape and click and hold down. I will have to choose a dark orange from this point here. So I'm satisfied with this type of result. So next thing I'm going to do is to select this particular shape right here. So I can delete the page border, then select this particular shape. Then this time around I have to fill it with the red orange, and then select this, press shift key and select this top one right here. And this time around I have to choose the light orange, just like that. Then I have to select this particular one right here and change the color to another type of orange. So I have to come down right here, click and hold down, and this time around I can choose this type of orange. That's too dark. Click and hold down again and change to another type of orange here. Okay. Then this time around I have to select this particular one and change to this type of orange. Then I have to select this one right here and change to this type of orange. Then I have to select this top right here and change to this type of orange. Then the bottom one right here and change to this type of orange. I have to press shift key and select this, and this time around I'm going to change this to this type of orange. Okay. So at this point here, the next thing we can do here is to add text into our business card. Okay.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?